you won't be able to see me at the back, I'll come down there as well. Actually, on the sheet of paper I've got in front of me, call it the apprenticeship opportunity, because that's what I really believe it is for my business I'm a part of, and hopefully your business is too. We've taken advantage of that opportunity over the past 12 months or so, and as I hope to show at the end of the presentation, it really has paid off in the hardest of hard-nosed terms. I'm going to give you loads of reasons why you should, but the last one, the bottom line, is the bottom line. And our apprentices have really contributed to that massively from day one. But I won't spoil the story by getting to the end before I've done the beginning. We are a claims management company. Boo hiss. Not slips, trips and falls, nothing nasty and horrible like that. I couldn't chase my kids around the house anymore, never mind an ambulance. We are a reputable business in a specialised market, registered with the Ministry of Justice, acting on behalf of people with a specific set of injuries and illnesses caused by bad employers. We don't think we're a bad employer, we think we're a good one. We're helping people get what is rightly theirs. We are about to become an investor in people. And that is another standard which I would advise businesses to use to grow and develop and continuously improve. Uniquely in a call centre environment, because we're one of those as well, our staff turnover rate in the last 6 months has been 5% because of the way we train and manage our people. Most importantly of all, the last 2 points, we're fortunate enough to be growing, and more of that in a second. We believe we are, in every sense, part of the Rossendale community. Our MD and his wife and most of our staff are born and still live in the valley. And we believe in putting as many things back in there as we can. Our workforce is totally reflective of the valley in terms of race, religion, colour, creed, qualifications and experience. And we really believe that we have a duty to the valley. One of the other things we're involved in at the moment is a thing called a sector-based work academy, which basically means we've got work with Job Centre Plus to bring in 10 people currently not in education, employment and training. And we're giving them, I say it myself because I designed it and therefore I would say it, wouldn't I? But we're giving them a sensational 6-week training programme with a guarantee of a job interview at the end. And the ones who are successful, irrespective of number from 1 to 10, they will be our next apprentices, irrespective of their age. So the pledge for me will be quite easy to take. Now you've got to be of a certain size and commitment to do the sector-based work academy thing, but it's one of the ways we're trying to put back into the community. I just want to move on to who we employ now. We've got 60 staff. When we moved into, the business was originally based in Bury, and we moved to Rossendale in June 2010 with 8 staff. We've now got 60. That will double by the middle to end of 2012. We recruit from, as I say, all abilities, all ages, everything else. Where it says 2 law graduates, that was yesterday. We've recruited a 3rd one today. We have 10 of our staff, all of whom live and work in the valley, going through Institute of Legal Executive courses and training, and in between 3 and 5 years, they will be a group of qualified solicitors. So we're upping the skills and knowledge level within the valley. Currently, we have 3 apprentices. 2 of them work as claims advisors on the phone. One is part of our administration team who works behind the scenes to support the rest of the workforce. Chris is one of the guys on the phone. He came to us with some work experience, but if I said he was rough and ready, he'd agree with me. He wasn't work ready necessarily, but we don't necessarily interview just on current competencies. We tend to recruit a lot around aptitude and attitude. And he sure as hell demonstrated that through our interview process. We can train the rest. He can gather the experience, he can learn the skills, and he's doing that successfully every day. Jordan, on the other hand, when he came to us, didn't have that confidence, didn't have that streetwiseness. He was quite a shy, introverted young man. Obviously not right. If we put Jordan on the telephones, we'd have destroyed him. But in an administrative role, in a support role, he's tremendous. He's absolutely tremendous. And we were fortunate that we had a vacancy and Jordan slotted into it. The third reprobate is quietly sat. That's your cue to stand. Don't worry, I'm not asking to speak. You do enough of that word. Thanks. That's Luke. Luke joined us in May. He's already completed his MVQ level 2 in customer service. We don't have a hungrier employee in our workforce. Don't go asking for a pay rise tomorrow. We do not have anybody who is as committed to us and his colleagues as Luke. He's a fantastic team player. He's hungry for the next thing. And that's what we've invested in Luke. He is paying us back every single day he turns in for work, every single day his moped works. We've got a slight mechanical problem, but it's not with Luke, it's with his bike. Luke is the future of Atrium, or part of it. As long as he wants to stay with us, I'm sure we'll be happy to have him. And I'm convinced that within a very short time, he will be one of our team leaders, irrespective of age, because he cares about the people he works with. I had a young lady off just before Christmas with quite a traumatic illness, and it was Luke who started and organised the collection from his team. That is the maturity, that is hard to find. So if we can squeeze him out the door afterwards, he's done a fantastic job for us. What we get as a company. Jake described it before as growing your own and making them feel part of the fabric of the business. I believe that that's what we've got from the 3 apprentices we now have. They give us ability. It's not a finished article, but they give us unique abilities of their own. Massive amounts of enthusiasm, as against the old war horses like myself who sometimes flag at the pace of things. Tremendous commitment to the cause, whatever that cause is. They give us that every day that they work for us. We get a qualified workforce and we get quality training from the training provider we use. And one of the things I would advise any employer thinking of making the pledge tonight or taking on an apprentice is to develop a tremendous working relationship with your chosen training provider. We have a training provider who has taken the time and trouble to get to know our business. I'm sure the other people here, I know, do this for a fact as well. Northlands Training have taken the time and trouble to speak to us on a regular basis, not just about how well Luke is doing, but what is our business need, what do we want them to be focused on, and they deliver that and they stay in touch with us. And we're partners. We're not training provider and employer, we are partners. To the extent when we put together the academy I mentioned before, they were our chosen partners for part of it. So that sort of relationship I really would recommend that you develop. Again, as Jake so rightly said, they can act as your eyes and ears on the labour market, saving you really expensive agency fees and the like. The last thing is the bottom line that I want to finish on. We have seen a massive return on our investment. I went to the accountant yesterday just to get some numbers, and again I'm frightened to death he's going to come in tomorrow and ask for a pay rise. I did mention this in the car coming over, that what he'd earned us in the last few months. But Chris and Luke have contributed a net amount of £30,000 to our business. and I can quantify those figures if you would like, but I don't want to be unduly boring. I've done that enough already. But I can say for certain with our apprentices, with the support of Jordan, who is, if you like, not at the productive end of our particular coalface, the two guys who were on the phones and doing the business for us have really done the business. And it's about putting something back, seriously folks, getting loads more back. I'd be happy if you've got any questions. Publicly I want to thank Luke and his colleagues. I'll shut up from there.